Hi, Allison here, and this is my channel, Oh So Sensitive, where I discuss perfume, fragrances, and things related to that. Every once in a while, I might discuss some fashion, and I'm thinking of incorporating some beauty tips, but we'll see. But today's video, I will be talking about Lilylang Eau de Parfum by Sylvaine Delacourte. If you are interested in a review of this perfume, I did purchase the full bottle, then please stay tuned. Okay, so I have a previous video where I gave my thoughts on all of the perfumes in the Must collection by Sylvaine Delacourte because I had the opportunity to purchase a discovery set or discovery kit. In that video, I did make clear that one of my favorites was Lilylang. I was kind of wafting between Florentina, Lilylang, and Dovana as far as what I would purchase, but I did end up deciding on Lilylang. I didn't think I would have the opportunity to have Lilylang that soon, but I was blessed on my birthday, which was in February, because of my sister. I now have Lilylang Eau de Parfum. So to just tell you my thoughts on this perfume, I'll start off since I'm holding up this box, perhaps obnoxiously. I'll start by saying that I love the packaging. So what you have here is a metal filling box. I don't know if it's actually metal. I can't ascertain that, but it feels like metal. And it feels sturdy and it's beautiful looking. It comes with this Sylvaine Delacourte logo, which I really appreciate because I used to work in marketing a long time ago, and what I see is an incorporation of the S and the D. I think that's quite clever, whoever came up with that. But it also has this covering on the box that goes all the way around it. In the front of it has the title of the perfume or the name of the perfume, which is Lilylang. It has this sketching, and in the back in French has the notes and ingredients. When you sit this on your desk, if you're so prone to do that, the nice thing about this is that the box is designed so that the cardboard covering rests at a certain point that allows it to stay in the center on your desk. If it didn't have this flap in the back right here, when you let it lay on your desk, it would just fall to the bottom like that, which in my opinion isn't as nice looking. So I do appreciate the attention to detail to make sure this stays nice looking on your desk. Just realized I've been looking at the view of the camera instead of looking at the camera. I apologize. But like I was saying, I appreciate the attention to detail. Before I open the box and show you guys the bottle, I will say that if I were to get another Sylvaine Delacourte perfume, I think I'm inching towards Vanori from the Vanilla collection. So when you open the box, you will find that your 3.3 ounce or 100 milliliter bottle of perfume rests snugly inside. You can stand it up if you want. I don't want to risk that and risk it falling out. So I probably will never leave it standing up while it's open. But the lid of the box also has this cardboard poster paper, you could say, that has this Hellenistic picture sketched on it. So to start off the review, I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on this perfume. I think of this perfume as a maternal perfume. It wears softly and sweetly, and it has a cashmere-like feel to it. It's very cushiony in my opinion. I also think this has a strong sillage when I first spray it, but I do have to add that I overspray when I spray this. I don't use just one spray on each pulse point. I use 2 sprays on each pulse point. And the pulse points that I cover are both wrists, both sides of my neck, the sides where your pulse is beating, and my chest area. Every once in a while I might hit my inner wrist. No, that's not the inner wrist. I guess it's just the inner arm or whatever. But that's how much spraying I engage in when I use this scent, so that may explain the strong sillage. In fact, it does explain the strong sillage. If you just spray this normally, as in just one spray per pulse point, the sillage is much softer. People can smell it if they're close to you, but when I wear it the way I wear it, when I enter a room and pass by people, they can smell it. I've had it happen, and I have been complimented on this perfume. As far as the notes of this perfume, in the top layer you have mandarin orange, tuberose, and bergamot. In the middle layer you have jasmine, musk, and lime. And at the base you have ylang ylang and pink pepper. With the pink pepper and the citrus notes in here, it does have an almost spiciness to it. But the spices mix in with the floral and with the fruits, and it blends quite well in my opinion. For the rest of the review, I decided to take things in a different direction. I just like to take things differently, or to be more creative with my content so that I can stay interested in what I'm producing and sharing with y'all. So for this video, I'm actually going to respond to reviews that were posted on Fragrantica and then let you know if I agree or disagree, and I might go into a few more details in regards to my agreements and disagreements. So let's do that. Okay, so first we have Xiang 0113, and according to them, him or her, this is a creamy, intoxicating, yet not overly heady ylang ylang tuberose combination, which is pretty unusual considering the fact that those two materials are typically pretty high impact. It smells elegant, posh, and graceful. I do agree, this is a ladylike perfume, so it does smell elegant, posh, and graceful. As far as the surprise in regards to the tuberose and Lilylang in here, I too have been surprised by the way the tuberose and the Lilylang comes off in this perfume. Most of my tuberose perfumes, and I only have a few that have ylang ylang, but most of my tuberose perfumes are very heady, very borderline overwhelming, especially if you overspray. Usually if I have a tuberose perfume, the last thing I'm going to do is overspray. I'm going to be gentle and subtle with the sprays. But this one I can get away with actually overspraying without it giving me a headache or being too overwhelming. And no one around me that I've encountered while wearing this perfume has ever complained of having a headache. So I agree, the way that the tuberose and the ylang ylang are blended in here is very surprising because it's still subtle. That's quite different. Okay, so Patrick 348, I'm going to assume Patrick is a he. He says, I agree that this is a scent with both masculine and feminine qualities. Most people have written about this as a feminine or girly scent, but I think it could work very well on the right man for the right occasion. It will be a great scent, let us say, for a black tie affair. Good sillage and excellent longevity. To respond to the longevity, yes, this does have a nice longevity, but I have to add the caveat that in regards to the longevity, it's not that it lasts a long time with the same linear scent. The way this initially smells, by the end of his life, it doesn't smell the same way. On me, by the end of his life or wear, this is a very raw, creamy vanilla smell, and it's very close to the skin. When I initially spray this, it's like it's out there. It's touching people before I get a chance to touch them. It dies down from doing that in about 2 hours. And then after 4 hours is on my clothes, it's close to the skin. And after about 6 or 7 hours, you have to sniff hard to still smell it on me. And what you're smelling is raw vanilla. You don't really smell as much of the other notes, if at all. I'm one of the people who thinks of this as a feminine perfume, but I can see how it would work on a man. If I had gone to a department store and there was a perfume in the section marketed to men that smelled like this, I wouldn't be thrown off. I wouldn't go, oh no, this is for women, this shouldn't be for men. But my honest reaction to it when I first smelled it is that this is for women. Well, I think that's my reaction to it now. Like, I think of this as a feminine perfume because it's my perfume and I'm a woman. But I can't remember. I might have actually thought of this as unisex. I do think this could definitely work as a unisex perfume. So Sibaraa says, this made me gag badly. Yuck. Some odd combination is really messed up in this. Obviously, I don't agree because I like wearing this. But if she feels like she has that reaction to it, then I won't take that from her. But I do have to say that there is something in this that kind of almost sticks to the back of my throat sometimes. Sometimes it's when I first spray it. Other times it's when I, get curious in the day and I sniff my wrist and I go a little too hard with the sniffing or whatever. There is something in here that kind of sticks to the back of my throat. It's almost the sensation or feeling of an aftertaste, like if you have a dessert or just any type of food that has an aftertaste. Something about this has almost an after smell, but it feels like an aftertaste. I feel like for some people that could be triggering and that could give them that yuck feeling. It doesn't give me that yuck feeling, but I can see how it would give someone else that feeling if they're sensitive to that. Okay, so darling Nikki says, I tried the Discovery set and for some reason, none of the fragrances sparked any interest for me. I translate that to mean that she finds it boring. So the next thing she says is, I thought this one would be almost a sure thing, but there's something about it that I just don't like. I'm not sure if it's one note or a combination, but it's just not my style, nor were any of the others. So I agree with her that it's not her style simply because that's what she says. If she says it's not her style, then it's not her style. But for me, this isn't a boring scent, but it is a ladylike scent. And I feel like for some people, a ladylike scent will be boring because some people feel like being ladylike is boring. This, like I said before, this is maternal. This is ladylike. This is elegant. This smells like a woman who doesn't break the rules. She doesn't go against the grain. She loves going to church. Even if she doesn't love going to church, when she's there, she follows the rules and standards in church. Like if there's a certain way she's expected to dress, then that's the way she's going to dress because it's the right thing to do. If you've heard of Gretchen Rubin and the 4 tendencies, I won't go into the details of it, but one of the tendencies is upholder. I feel like an upholder would wear Lilylang. Or this reminds me of an upholder, like someone who, if they have a certain idea of perfume being posh and ladylike and not too overwhelming, then they'll like Lilylang. So the last Fragrantica user I'm responding to is GreenBlueGray, a bit of a tongue twister. And GreenBlueGray had a lot to say, so I'll respond to his or her review in parts. The first thing they say is that this is rich, slightly salty, almost furry. I agree with the almost furry because for me this is cushiony. I didn't initially think of this as salty, but when I smell it, I can smell the saltiness, and I wonder if the saltiness is what's creating that aftertaste feeling or that yuck feeling for some people. I can see how the saltiness mixed with the sweetness and the cushiony might be too much for some people. They say this also smells rich. Yes, it does. It smells like rich, expensive soap. It smells like the expensive soap that a rich, well-to-do lady uses when she bathes. She doesn't shower, she bathes. She takes long, luxurious baths. Okay, so they say that this is their favorite from the Musk collection. I agree. This is my favorite also. They say this is outside of the department store mainstream. Yes, I have never smelled anything like this from the department store, but I have read reviews that some people find this to be similar or reminiscent of Flower by Kenzo. So if you smelled Flower by Kenzo, then it might not be so anti-mainstream for you. They say this is a close skin scent. As I've said before, if I overspray, it's not a close skin scent, but if you just spray this normally, then yes, it's a skin scent. They said, I so agree before I even finished saying it. They said it would be nice if there was a perfume oil to go with this. I would love a perfume oil. If somehow this video ends up in the perspective of Sylvaine Delacourte and the people who work at Sylvaine Delacourte, please consider coming out with perfume oils or body creams. That would be amazing, especially because I love layering. I love layering my perfumes on top of lotions. I don't love gift sets, but if a gift set comes with the perfume and the lotion, then I definitely love getting gift sets. And the only reason I dislike gift sets is because they're big and bulky and they take up a lot of space when it comes to storage. They say the tuberose is quietly blended in. That's a good way to say it. The tuberose in here, it doesn't punch you in the face, but when you know it's there, you can detect it, that it's there. once you know that tuberose is in the notes, you're like, okay, yeah, I can smell that. But this isn't one you smell and you're like, whoa, tuberose. The tuberose in here is not loud, it's dainty, and it's ladylike, but it still finds a way to make itself known. And the last thing they say is that they love the name. I agree. It's a quite clever name. Lilylang combines Lily and Elaine. So I agree. That's a great name. Alrighty, so if you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button. If you think you would enjoy more videos from me, then hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, just to make sure you don't miss any of my new uploads. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the comment section, contributing ideas or commentary, critiques even if you have them. And I look forward to posting more videos for you. Bye!